All right. Yes, we're recording now, and we got a screen and all. Yeah, when I started trading, I was in Colorado, and market open was something like I think 7:30, if I remember correctly. I don't know. Whatever. It was early. Anyways, so here we are on the screen. We got the Fibonacci levels up, and once again, they're very tight. Actually, look better than yesterday, but that's only because the consolidation in the pre-market has been relatively tight. But really, it's not useful. Can't trade this. There's no room to move. See these 1 minute candles, and they're gonna get bigger at the open. So once again, no room to make money on this. And I've been investigating all those levels, or sorry, all those news sites we talked about yesterday. We can get into that in a minute. Yeah, Dan, go ahead.
Hey, good morning, guys. A quick housekeeping question. Your recordings are now stored in the Dropbox Instagram link tree. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yep, and you can get to that Dropbox through that link tree.
Yeah. So I've been playing with that. And is there a way to index the recording, for example, with the date? Because you can't really find the recording pretty quickly. You got to click on 3 dozen recording before you finally get lucky.
Really? Okay. There should be a way to do that. I've done it. Actually, if I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, thanks, Haley.
Yeah, sure. We can get through that a little after the open, sure, and look at it, make sure we get it all cleaned up. No
Yeah,
problem.
no hurry. Housekeeping
Yeah.
stuff.
Cool, cool. Thanks, Dan. Thanks for bringing that to my attention. Cool. All right. So yeah, guys. Yesterday, a lot of you shared your opinions on the source of news where we can find an economic calendar. I've investigated all of them that we shared yesterday. I find none of them truly useful, as in all I'm looking for is just a calendar. So still using the same one, Trading Terminal, and that one's really simple. It's right there. So if you find something better, let me know. Still, we have the opportunity to go and look at stuff. So all good. And for today, I'm looking at it. I see 9:45. We have S&P Global Composite PMI. So it's going to impact the market. S&P Global Manufacturing PMI. Okay, all that stuff. So 9:45, and then 10 a.m. new home sales. So if you're trading the S&P, I'd say don't trade it for 30 minutes until after 10 o'clock. So if I was trading today, I'd wait 30 minutes as a minimum. But again, I can't trade today because the levels are just way too tight. There's just nothing in it. But we do have some interesting things to get through. Samanjit has been backtesting something about the SPY and a way to use levels. We can get into that a little after the open, Samanjit, if you want to share it. And let's see what else. What else we got to get through today? Not much on my calendar. Hey, who's going to the Florida meetup? Who's in Florida? Yeah, should go. Mark, that's you. Anyways, we'll get through these things after the open. Got a few things to figure out. Yeah. Serkan, you're going? Awesome. Good, good. Good.
I'm in Florida, actually.
You're in Florida. I thought you were in Istanbul. You're from Istanbul.
No, Florida. I was in Istanbul last 2 or 3 weeks, but now in Florida for the Arbor Day.
Oh, okay, there you go. You see that? The we just got to get this thing finalized. That's why. Florida, I think it's August 2nd or 3rd. I'm not sure when you guys are planning it. I'm just
Yes,
trying to facilitate getting it together. And Toronto seems to be all right. August 9th. That seems to be well planned. So it's just Florida. And just because I'm saying Florida doesn't mean you have to be in Florida to show up. Right? Just go and show up if you want to, wherever you are. But get in touch with Jackie. She's putting it together, and I'm helping with that. Anyways, we'll talk more about that after we get into some trading. So we're a few minutes from the open now. If you guys want to look at any tickers or anything, let me know. We can talk about it. All good. What's up with the webcam today? There we go. All right, what do we got? Dan, Google, RAF, NVIDIA.
What happened with Tesla?
They sell electric cars, I heard. That's all I know about
Earnings
it.
and guidance.
Yes, there we go. Let's get all these charts opened up. There we go. All right, Google to begin with. What do we have? Levels, are they useful today? Yeah, a little bit tight, but okay, you can use them. So I would think about Google as a breakout through the Fibonacci level, which is also help you go through that high from overnight. You have these higher lows, so it's a good little setup. Looks good. I would be excited for that breakup. Oh, sorry, breakout going upwards. On a 30-minute perspective, looks interesting. But really wait for it to get there on a 1-minute chart, then break out, catch the retest is what I would typically do. So I think that looks okay. Right now it's still down there. Yeah, let it consolidate up here, ideally below the level, and then break out on a 1-minute chart. And then you have a target further up. Looks okay. Good setup, yeah. Not too bad. And Raf, you want NVIDIA? Let's see. What's up with NVIDIA? Levels are very tight. But what we're seeing here is, see this big move down a few days ago? And then it put in a good looking double bottom. And sure enough, off of that, it's been going up. And sure enough, on this uptrend, it's consolidating right where it consolidated previously. So this is an area of chop, right where it is, I'd say between 172 and 173, basically, right in the pre-market zone. So again, a breakout through pre-market, but I don't like the quality of this consolidation. It's got this rounded top. It doesn't have those higher lows in it. To my eyes, it's all just chop. I mean, just looking at candlesticks without levels, it's all just chop. So again, that's good for scalping. If you see chop on a 30-minute chart, you might be able to get in and out, but you have to be super fast. And I prefer not to do those things. So that's NVIDIA. But Raf, you've been really great at scalping this stuff, right? Getting more and more aggressive recently. So get into it if that's your game. I love it. Yeah, there you are. What do we got here? Suzanne. Suzanne, you're new here. Welcome. NVIDIA short from 173. Okay. If you like that. It is resistance. If you look at 173, that's pretty much resistance, right? Most recently, it was resistance previously. They had a breakout, a bounce off. That looked good. Then it came right back in, and it's been respecting it as resistance. So that is a trade idea if you like it. But I just don't like to go into chop, even just recently. Pre-market, this is a choppy zone. I don't want to be inside there. I just wait for it to get out of that zone. You don't want to manage a trade that's chopping around, It gets very difficult. So I like to avoid those things. Yeah, Saminda, yes. Toronto, all set August 9th. Yes, very good. Yes, whoever wants to go to Toronto and meet up August 9th, and get in touch with Saminda in our Discord. Very good. Thanks, Saminda. Thanks for putting that together. Man, if I was in North America, I'd be bouncing around between all these meetups. It'd be so much fun. You have 9 people so far. Awesome. Awesome.
Hey, Aga, you planning on coming to Florida sometime?
No, not me. Not soon. I'm going to Europe in a couple of weeks. But there's a meetup in Florida. We have a bunch of people in Florida in here, and they're planning to meet up. So that's the plan. There's Florida and Toronto and Amsterdam, all within the first 10 days of August. So 3 meetups. Try and come to them. It'll be great. Cool. Alex, what you got? You're talking to Dan. Okay. There you go. Thanks. Yeah, Alex got the details of how to get the videos lined up. Dan, that's for you. Thanks, Alex. All right. What do we got? So NVIDIA, and you guys were saying Tesla's on the move today? Earnings. Did Tesla ever put out a motorcycle? I feel like I heard about it at some point.
I wish.
Yeah, electric bike. Those are pretty cool. I mean, I don't care much for electric cars, but an electric bike is something I would try out. Way too much torque, probably. The Harley one is so aggressive. Holy crap. You're hanging on, just hanging on, try not to fall off. Oh, shit.
There are electric bikes, like the MotoGP. There's a Moto E.
Okay. Yeah, these are things I would go and test drive.
Yeah.
Scary, very scary.
It'd be dangerous. Electric. Can you imagine the pickup on that thing? Like, hell,
Yeah, it's scary. It's very dangerous. I mean, I scare myself on my bike as it is. This thing would.
Without sound, it's like
Yeah, we could have a sound machine on the bike. Make it sound like a Harley. Then it's-
speakers on.
like the fake Challenger.
yeah, fake stuff. Yep. Cool. All right, guys, we have a few seconds to the open. You know the drill. The market is a gold mine. Wait for your opportunities. If it doesn't come, don't worry about it. It will come. And that's all there is. So I've got Google, Nvidia, and Tesla on my charts opened up for now. Let me know as we go through it. If y'all want to look at anything, we'll look at it. Tesla is very tight. Forget about the levels there. We'll watch it on a 1 minute. There we go. Cool. Oh, man. SPY. I'm still watching the SPY. It's so difficult to trade when there's no room on it. You know, on the SPY, you have to have wide stops in general anyway. And when there's no room to move, well, what the hell? You can't even work with it. There goes Google. Again, it's so early. You want to be super careful. So there goes Nvidia as well. Looking to go. No, not going. Looked like it wanted to go, but no. Anyways, bigger picture on Nvidia was, yeah. Let's draw a line here at the pre-market low and anticipate that it's going to be choppy within the pre-market zone. So let's see what really happens. What can we pick up on Tesla other than trying to scalp the open? Actually, you have a decent setup for a breakdown, which is kind of sort of doing. Let's put a line on it right there.
Yeah.
These highs have been getting lower. 310.29 would be the level-ish, around about there. Call it about 310. But there's buyers below. You can see it already. Be careful.
Google.
Nvidia. Yeah, Google the other way, huh? Careful with this. Careful with this. Careful. Nvidia did a 1 minute ORB to the downside if you guys like 1 minute ORBs. But again, this is not a place I like to play with things. What do we got here? Amazon. Watch that 1 minute ORB going up. Which Amazon? There's something there. Let me see. Something's happening. It's choppy though. It's careful. It's careful with Amazon, but it looks strong. Let's put that on. There you go. There's the 1 minute ORB a few moments ago. Going upwards. And on a 30-minute perspective, you have the high of the pre-market as well as that aligned with the high just recently as well, a few days ago. That's the real big breakout. If it breaks through there, you got room to go. Now, this is not where you enter. Definitely not, right? You guys know it. If you caught that ORB a minute ago, all right. But let it consolidate and then break this 230.27 zone, 230.3. Interesting stuff there. There you go, Nvidia, messy. Again, bouncing off of where you would expect it, right? At the bottom of the pre-market zone. There you go, Amazon. You see that? Just don't get into that. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for that bigger breakout. I mean, you can scalp all this, but I really like to wait. What are you saying, Mark? Put a solo cup in the wheel. I make a big noise. I did that for my kids at one point on their bikes. All right, Tesla. What are you guys looking at? Yeah, super weak. Huh? So that breakdown did happen. Pre-market area. You could look at it as a pre-market low if you like. And the whole idea is it's a consolidation, right? And here's what I'm looking at so you guys can see it. When I'm looking at a consolidation leading to a breakout, it's not just a consolidation. It's the quality of the consolidation that I want to see. So you have the high over here. Then this high got lower. And then since it's just making lower highs, which is convincing because it's telling me these sellers are pushing it further and further and further down. They're selling at lower and lower prices or shorting at lower and lower, whatever it is. And so when it does break out, I have conviction it can have a good run. The sellers are very aggressive. So far, that has happened. You guys see me talk about this every day. So there's another example of it. These are the kind of positions I like to get into. Now, if you're in it, let's find support. Yep, basically it found support down there. It's already there. That's an obvious one, right? You can see that big dramatic support. So that would be a target. If it's going further down, the next lower area I think is down here, 297-ish. These are areas of support. If you caught that short, you had one here. That's interesting. Went right through it, huh? Let's look at that. 307.88. What happened over there? Yeah, that was the 1 minute stuff. No, it just blew right through it. So there you go. Tesla earnings and all coming out, so keep an eye on it. And here goes Nvidia again, dropped and reclaiming its opening price and pushing that high. There's a breakout. If you like scalping, 5-minute RB happening now. Again, it's in an area of chop. I don't like doing this, but if you like ORBs, that's what's happening. And what happened with Amazon? Google got just messy, so forget about that. Amazon, all right, that's also pushing that high. I'm looking to break through. This is a big breakout. If I think if Nvidia goes through 173, that's when it can have a real good run. Again, I'm basing this on a 30-minute perspective. And break out of this resistance area at 173. And you're going up, you're looking at the next level of resistance, basically 174. You'd be scalping it up to there. Nice round number. Let's keep an eye on this. Oh, there it goes. But wait for it. This is not an entry, I'd say. It's going so far, but don't put risk here. It's extended, right? I'd wait for it, consolidate and all that if it does all that. And the SPY, yeah, great big disaster. Not worth touching. Cool. Fun. Again, you scalpers are having a great time today. All summer. That's just the theme. Alex, you're watching Tesla for 300, yeah? There's probably a lot of liquidity there. And this is most likely a little consolidation before it pops into that liquidity. And then we'll see what happens after that. It could put in a hammer and go up, or it could continue down. Don't know. But I'm sure there's a lot of buyers waiting down there. Hey guys, Joseph's asking about Dallas, Texas. You guys want to meet up? We can easily plan that, Joseph. You can take the lead and put it together for Texas. Get people together and go to Dustin's restaurant.
Yeah, Dustin will bring the barbecue.
Yeah, awesome. Man, that's something I would travel around the world for. Barbecue.
We're gonna have to do it.
Do it, man. Do it.
I told Sarah I gotta look through our schedules and kind of get these kids back in school and then see what we can get figured out. But I'm definitely down.
We can do it in September, Dustin.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be a good timeline.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next week when I come see you next Wednesday.
Perfect, brother. Perfect.
Awesome. Good stuff, guys. We got Seb on here talking about AMD. Let's see. Looking at it in hindsight now, you have this consolidation yesterday, broke out, and it already bounced off of that. So that's a retest of a previous breakout. That's the level, approximately there. So you can see that around 158. That's the long. Now you have pretty firm resistance. That's basically pre-market high right there. So if you're long here, that would make a target. And then you have a further resistance further up. If you're still in that, if you're catching a breakout through 161. So that's AMD on a 30-minute perspective. Oh, and that's interesting. Look at that. Looking back, 159-ish. That's been firm, a very firm level, you can see. Support, broke out, retest, and treating it as a support turn to resistance. Then it got a little choppy, but overall it's resistance here. And look at that sell-off. Massive sell-off from where you can see the sellers coming in, making lower highs, even from earlier. Lower highs, you see, this is what I like to see if I want to get short. Lower highs, I get encouraged for the short. And sure enough, this thing just ran. So 159 has been a very important level. And today it's bounced off of that too. It came back after that big sell-off, then the consolidation leading to a good breakout and retest. I mean, this is all very neat price action. Good catch, Saban. I haven't looked at this thing even. This is good. There you go. So down there, if you're able to identify the strength, a little tricky at the open, but you have this kind of zone of entry. It's a 5-minute ORB. So you're planning on a bigger picture for support here at about 159. And in a 1 minute picture, you have it where it dropped and then reclaimed its opening price, and there it is. You see that 936, where it bounced off of the opening high, basically ORB, 5-minute ORB, and now you have a target. Very neat, very neat. It's got good price action on the 30-minute, and it's behaving as expected on a 1 minute as well. I wish I looked at this earlier. Oh well, good stuff. What do we got? Yeah, Mark, there's news today, 9:45 and 10 a.m. Both of them will be impactful on the SPY, I think. So take a look. Some decent moves, huh? Who got this stuff? We got AMD up, NVIDIA up, Tesla down. Again, really good opportunities for all you guys who like to trade the open and be done with your day within 5 minutes and call that a long work day. I used to do that. If I worked more than 10 minutes, I'd be like, oh man, it's a long day. Shit. But I make a lot more money just doing things this way. So Amazon went through it finally. Look at that. We were looking at Amazon earlier. Let's watch it here. So there you go. Bigger picture level. What was that we got? Yeah, bigger picture level. Firm resistance that was there. On a 1 minute chart, it got up to it. Consolidation. Look at these higher lows, right? Again, same old thing. It's the quality of the consolidation that tells you about the quality of the breakout. And you can anticipate these things. You have these higher lows during the consolidation. And so when the breakout happens, it's a good firm one. Ideally, now you have a retest happening and you continue. So if you can catch that, you'd be scalping the heck out of it through 231. And let's see what's overhead. I don't see anything overhead. Oh. So here's something to think about. There's no levels to look at overhead, zooming out. You don't want to zoom out too far. So how do we find a target? I would think about a measured move perspective. I would think, okay, so this move began here, today's move, just at the bottom of the day today. And let's see, I'm identifying this as a range right here. So going on a measured move. Use this little tool. And all I'm going to do is measure the distance and use the same distance as a target, measured move. So the target's up here, 231.90 on Amazon. So all I've done is identify a range that it's broken out from. And so then you measure that range, and the target is nothing more than the same distance of the range. So let's see if it gets there. There you go. There's a retest happening now. Pretty good. Opportunities to enter just a moment ago.
Man, I am slow on the trigger today, Avi.
Take it easy then, yeah. Take it easy. Don't chase the market. Let it go. The market will still be here tomorrow, but if you chase it and you blow up, then you won't be here tomorrow, and that'll be a problem. So think of it that way. Take your time. We're not at full strength every day, you know. We try to perform, but when you know you're not on your game, it's good that you're aware of it. And then, don't get yourself into trouble. All right. So Amazon again, looking good. AMD as expected up there. That's the target. That's the resistance. And that was a bigger picture level. Yeah, simple. NVIDIA struggling with that breakout, huh? Turns out, looks like a false breakout so far. This price action on NVIDIA on the 1 minute. You can see the sellers were, you expect them at 173. Turns out they're a little bit above. And you can see them really putting these wicks in there and then shooting it down aggressively. So this is not convincing for a move up. If anything, for a long, I'd wait for it to consolidate below this high of day and then catch that breakout of high of day. You want to overwhelm these sellers, 173.45. Once they're overwhelmed, then I'd be convinced of a long. But for now, it's not looking good. On a bigger perspective, this is resistance, right? 30-minute chart. This is firm resistance, has been recently. So keep an eye on that. So someone was mentioning a short, right? Short off 173. The sellers look like they're kind of proving themselves at the moment. So the short might be on if you're into these sorts of things. So there goes Amazon hitting that target now. Let's see. Who's into this? Amazon actually ended up behaving pretty well, and so did AMD. Come on, you guys got to catch this. I can't catch it, but at least some of you can. AMD now made a new high. There we go. AMD wants to continue. Pretty cool. What you got, Nasser? You're saying Oklo. All right, let's look at Oklo. I think we're done with NVIDIA for now. Oklo, look at that. That's neat. Yeah. What do we have on Oklo? Let's look at this. Can you work with levels like this? Huh? Try trading this. You cannot. You just can't. There's nothing there. So what do we want to do with Oklo? Let's look at it on a 1 minute perspective, I think. So you had the opening range, which is basically just the first candle, and a very good one because it's a perfect hammer.
Oh.
Then an ORB, 1 minute ORB going up. Then you have the consolidation, second leg. And this one's even putting in a third leg now, which is where I wouldn't get involved. But catching it down there was not too difficult if you are a 1 minute ORB kind of trader. But you always have to dilute your position, right, when you're scalping. So you'd be struggling to catch the whole thing. So, but that's that perspective. Let's see if we can find another perspective. There you go. You have the absolute high. It just broke out here. Is that an all-time high or Oklo? Probably. Nasser, you're looking at it, right? Yeah. There you go. Got a good high there. I'd put a high over there. That's resistance, just about at 70. You have the pre-market zone, tricky area. So keep a level there. That's resistance. So what I'm doing is just marking resistance zones. Let's see what it looked like on a 1 minute. There you go. 68 turned out. It was respected on the 1 minute. And oh, here it is again. Same thing we've been talking about. Look at this, guys. It pushed up Oklo and hit the level. And this is a perfect ascending wedge. You see the flat top. It didn't even do a real false breakout there. It's just absolutely flat. And these lows getting higher. I mean, this is near perfect. Then you get the breakout, then the retest. I mean, you have like 20 opportunities to enter this thing and find conviction that it's going to go. That's near perfect. Then you have the round number, which on a bigger picture looked like resistance, but the 1 minute just goes right through it. At 71 as well, just going right through it. This is getting dangerous now, where it's, you know, it's popping. These candles getting really big. When that happens, you got to be careful because it can pop the other way very, very, very quickly. So if you're in it, you're de-risking it. But the entry setup is near perfect. Look at that. Somebody take a screenshot of that. That's pretty. That's what you want to see. What did you get? Nasser, you got into it? Good stuff. And you exited it, all of it. Too stretched. Yeah, it is too stretched. And my suggestion is you don't have to exit the whole thing, but maybe 90% of your position. And leave a little bit on in case it continues for another $30 or, you know, whatever. You don't know. So anyways, good stuff. Good job catching it. And really good stuff. Really good patterns here. Just pick a bigger picture level. It's 30 minute, and then you get these 1 minute moves. All about scalping. You got it twice. Nice, Nasser. Good stuff. Good stuff. Make sure you share the screenshots with us so we can see it. And see how you did with this one. Cool. There's Oklo for you. Not bad at all. And what else were we looking at?
What a move on Amazon. Holy shit.
Amazon did it. Let's see.
Jeez.
Yes. So that consolidation, breakout, retest, hit a level, tiny little consolidation, next Fibonacci level up. Is that Fibonacci? What is that one? I forgot. I don't know. Where do we get these levels from? That's a measured move level. Sorry. Range measured move. Yeah. Easy to know where your targets are, huh? When you have measured moves. Very nice, Amazon. What were the others? You catch some Amazon? No? Who was that? Nobody caught Amazon?
Nope.
Abhishek, you're in it. David, you're in it. There we go. Some of you guys getting it. 10R. Oh, brilliant, David. Hi. We got
Oh, man.
nice job. 10R on Amazon. Brilliant. Let's see that one.
Dinner's on these guys.
You guys are all terrorizing the market. Really. I love it. This is great. Just catch it. Tesla's just a garbage can. Forget about Tesla. NVIDIA still struggling out there, huh? just a choppy, messy place to be. Avoid all
Yeah,
that.
Avi, thoughts on TSM?
TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor, right? If I remember correctly. Let's see. What do we have here? What do we have? Can't work with that. Well, where it is right now, you can see pre-market got choppy. Just looking back, this is a choppy area. Once again, I'd wait for it to get out of there before I even look at it. But so I'd put a level there and approximately there. Approximately this whole area, you can see this is where it likes to just hang around and not do a whole lot. So far, that's what it's done. Let's see, on a 1 minute perspective. Yeah. Oh gosh, what the hell would you do with this thing, huh? So if you like ORBs, you'd wait for it or break out through here. But really, bigger perspective, this whole thing is choppy. Why would you waste your time? You know, the whole point of day trading is to try to make money by minimizing your risk. Because every time you touch the market, you're risking your money. What you really want to do is minimize the risk. Now, going into price action like this, you're adding the risk, putting on more risk, and I think it's unnecessary. I think there's easier ways to trade. There's easier ways to make money, as in by risking less. Much easier. There you go, guys. Amazon hit the next measured move up, and that's it. It's gonna rest there for a while, probably. Oklo still running, huh? So all-time high on Oklo. If we're looking at measured moves and targets and all that, let's see what we can come up with. I find it really tricky. Very tricky to figure out a measured move. Where do you measure it from? You have ranges. You have, most recently, you have this move up, this move up. Well, there's two ways to do this. Let me think. Let me see. So here, I'm going to try this one. And you guys got to do the math, okay? Because my brain is not going to do it. The move up started here, okay? 58.89 and went up to 70. So how many dollars is that? Let's just call it, what, $20? No, $11. Somebody may do the math and tell me how many dollars that is. About 59 to 70. Come on, wake up. Somebody. How about you guys? $11. Yeah. No? Yes? No? Yes. So anyways, the second move started, I'd say here, down here at 66. So you add the $11 to 66. Where do you land up? 77. Is that right? Did I get the math right? 77. So 77 looks like a target. But we're looking at a very large picture here. It may not happen within the day. So we're looking down here. It took 2 days to make this first move. And this is the second move. So kind of pushing the boundaries of day trading here. So I'm going to struggle to trust this measure right here. I'm really not able to see where we can measure this from. Where is the bottom? Where's the range? There's no range that's well defined that you can really work with. So I wouldn't know what to do with this one. It's just explosive, isn't it? Oh, there you go, 73. Another way I used to do it, of course, was looking at liquidity. So just look at the liquidity levels were on the order book. Most likely you had something at 73. It hit that, so that would have been a target for you. And you're just watching the order book. Things to look at.
Yeah, Avi, thoughts on Oracle, ORCL?
Yeah. Oops. Oracle, what's up with this? Zooming out.
Or that range?
Yeah, it's just messy. Again, in a choppy zone, and let it get out of there. On this 30-minute perspective, get out of there, up or down, either way. And what you see is a false breakout to the downside. If you look at the range, you would kind of identify it like this, approximately. I'd say something like this. Actually, the high of yesterday makes sense. So you have a serious false breakout on the downside, so that could lead to a good breakout on the upside. So, and it's there now. You can look at it, but on a 1 minute, oh man, this is so tiny, and it's messy.
Yeah,
it's just a disaster. Why would you play with this?
Yeah, it's sitting at 3 levels right now. The pre-market high, yesterday's high, and the Fibonacci level. All three of them in that 243.50 range.
Okay. Yeah, it's nice when levels are in the same place, but you still got to ensure the price action is worth trading. And
Gotcha.
this looks like a disaster. Yeah. Order of priorities, right? Price action is king. And Amazon also, they're setting up for another breakout because that consolidation is pretty good. See that? These slightly higher lows, keeps hitting itself on that level. So it's a good setup for a breakout. I'd be careful. It's already made a move, a big move today so far, a couple of legs. But this is what you want to see again. These higher lows and a ascending wedge for the breakout.
I hope whoever said a 173 short on the video took it.
Ah, you did that one, huh?
I did that one, but somebody else mentioned it. I hope they took it too.
Yeah, someone mentioned it earlier. Good stuff. There it is. Yeah, it really struggled up there. The sellers were showing themselves, but and sure enough, it went down. But it is choppy. So good job managing this trade. You're going into chop. It's choppy there because 30-minute. I mean, look at that. That's just chop, right? You're getting into it. So best thing to do if you find an entry, put your stop outside of the chop and the target on the other side of the chop, and off you go. Just leave it alone. Good job, man. Nice catch. 173. Very cool. Personally, I avoid all these things. It gets more difficult with the options that I like to do, so I don't want to trade this. That's good stuff. Guys, it's not too complicated to figure out what's good price action and what's not. I mean, just look at Amazon and Oracle side by side. Amazon's just easier to read, and Oracle's just a mess. So what would you rather pay attention to? You're probably likely to get a better opportunity on Amazon than Oracle. So these are things you can just look for. Just candlesticks tell you a lot. So much. I only trust candlesticks. I don't trust any other indicators. What happened with the SPY? Oh, we gotta do this. Damn it. I forgot. I almost forgot. I remember now. All right. We got these levels on the SPY. Anyone know why it respected that level up there? 635.40. Come on. Somebody. Let's get creative with this. Why right there? It turned around from up there.
Because of my massive account.
There you go. Mark, that makes sense. Yes, you shorted the heck out of the SPY. You dropped the market about $1 trillion. Yes. That makes sense. Because you did it. Come on, what other creative answers can we have in here? We got a few new people in the room, so let's get them indoctrinated. Come on, creativity. We've gone through the rainbow. We went through that yesterday. Jackie, yes, Avinachi. I haven't heard that answer in a long time. Yes. The SPY perfectly rejected that level and respected it because it's an Avinachi level. There's nothing else you ever need to know about day trading. But no, it's pretty cool. When I started examining these levels, this idea I had, and so I started putting these levels on, I was like, what the hell, man? It really works very often. Very, very often. So, shit, man. Let's just start using it. Key point today that the SPY respected that level because it's an Avinachi level, not because it's burgundy. That's an important thing to note today, the 24th of July. Okay. There you go. Get a little bit of entertainment. So what else? Amazon, yep, there you go. Sure enough, the breakout did happen with the good-looking consolidation. Very, very good. What else was good? There you go. NVIDIA bounced off of the area just about. It didn't quite get to 172 yet. Again, choppy, right? Good job holding these ones. And what did Tesla end up doing? Probably a mess. Yeah, there it is. Right back to where it came from. Broke out from there. What did we see here? Oh yeah, that was an area of support Yes, that was an area of support. Again, key level on Tesla here, 307.88. It was resistance, did a breakout, turned itself into support, I mean, it held a support. Today, it went back to it and went through it. So let's see if it's turning that what was previous support into resistance. Those are the best levels. And at the moment, it is. There you go. There's that support turned resistance. Ooh, and you have this hammer here. Look at that. Hammer with a long tail, got room to the left. Yeah, there you go. So it's beginning to prove itself there. That's what you like to see. Then you can trust it, you know. Man, the SPY is interesting. So we got news coming out now in a few seconds. We had news at 9:45. I didn't even notice. 9:45 looks like nothing really happened. Let's see what happens now. Keep watching the SPY here. Let's see if the algos get excited. What is it? Home sales or home sales numbers or whatever. There we go. 10 a.m. No, nothing yet. They would have jumped around by now, I believe. The algos are very fast and they're not playing. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little experiment here on the SPY. Let's go with these contracts and let's look at what it could have been. So let's say I identified the long down here and the target's up there, and the RVR is really weak on this chart because the stop has to be below the price action. It's barely 2-to-1. On the options chart, you enter here about 66. Stop is, call it 56, 10 cents stop, and you end up with a target here. You're going seriously out of the money. The target's about 90 cents. 10 cents stop, you're getting about 20, 25 cents reward. So you're pushing beyond 2-to-1 just by going out of the money, capturing some gamma. But still not.
Wait, on the video. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No. I was talking to myself on the video, but sorry.
All good. Yeah, so what I'm trying to show here is even by manipulating the contract you select to trade this thing, just to expand your RVR, the level is still just too tight to get anywhere near 5-to-1, 10-to-1. It doesn't even come close. So I do this sometimes. I try and expand the range, expand the RVR by being out of the money. And out of the money is a lot more volatile. Go this one. This is really out of the money. It's not even on the charts. The entry would be around here, 35 cents, let's say. Call it 8 cents stop. And you're getting out about 10 cents. You're only getting 10 cents. So you're barely getting 1-to-1 on it. This is why I don't want to trade these levels. They're just too tight. There's no room for reward. The asymmetry is destroyed. And you want asymmetry when it comes to risk versus reward. Very, very important. So no trade. This is the whole reason I haven't taken a trade recently. I've hardly taken one trade in the last month. And even that was a small one. All right. Well, things look generally slow at the moment. I don't see much we can get into. Yeah, NVIDIA now got to the level. There's your target. And you're getting a breakdown low of day. Perhaps you get a continued move. That's about it. Nice and slow. Oh, and here you go. Look at Amazon. Even though it's set up beautifully for a breakout, it's a tough one to take because look at that. It's already made a big move on the day. If you guys like calculating ATR, it's probably done it. Personally, I just look at how many legs has it done. This is like 2.5 legs or something. So 2 is enough. Don't plan for a third. And sure enough, that's what's happening, even with a perfect setup. So these are things to know about. Look at that. Tesla is really turning that into resistance. Very interesting for a short. But if you are going short, be very careful because you're going to go into where it was choppy earlier. Again, a trade that'll be tricky to manage. So be careful with it. What you got here, Mark? Arrivederci. Arrivederci, yeah. Italian, huh? Gosh, I can't even speak it. Oh, man. Amazon head and shoulders, you're saying? No. I don't see it. I see chop. I see a setup for a breakout, right? But in the wrong place. It's already made a big move. And it doesn't mean that if the breakout don't work, it goes the other way. I don't like to think of things that way. I used to trade like that again, but that was pure scalping. That was like really reading momentum. And that's just too much work. I don't see any head and shoulders. I just see it chopping. Just leave it alone. Looks like it's generally going down, but I mean, what was the setup? Where would have been the entry? Where's your conviction to put your risk on? I don't see anywhere. There you go, Jackie. That makes sense. Manage Tesla on a higher time frame. Yeah, makes good sense. And that's what I do, guys. When I trade the SPY only. There's always a higher time frame. I'm doing everything on a 30-minute chart, and only trying to get those entries on a 1-minute chart and just watching it just in case something unusual happens, and then I have to take it off before the target. But really, my whole thesis is always on a 30-minute chart, and that's where I'm able to capture these big moves, and even have the conviction to put it on to begin with. So zooming out helps a lot in most things in life, not just trading. All right, so beyond 30 minutes in, what were the things we got to discuss today? We have a webinar today, guys, at noon. Dustin has given us a webinar, so make sure you are there. I'll put out a link for us in our Discord. Either at noon is going to be awesome. He's got a story you want to hear. I've been working with Dustin for a while now, and I've seen him go through the ups and downs, and he'll tell you all about it. So be there. This is going to be good. It's going to be really good.
Appreciate that.
You got it, man. And
I'm sorry, Avi, what time was that?
Today's webinar is at noon Eastern, and it's going to be Dustin.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put out a link
Thank
for
you.
us in our Discord. And yeah, August 2nd, guys, meet up in Florida. Please get in touch with Jackie. Message her in our Discord. She'll put you in the little group, and you go and meet up and have a good time. And again, it's not restricted to people in Florida. Okay, if you want to travel and go there, go there. It's great. Just get in touch with Jackie. August 9th, Toronto. Get in touch with Suminda. That's well planned already. There's 9 people, I think, showing up already. And again, you want to travel and go and do it, man. Go and see them. It's good stuff. And August 10th, I'll be in Amsterdam. We already have about 10 people, I think, showing up in Amsterdam. It's going to be me and Lenny, and he's got a few of his mentees coming out as well. So come on out for that. It's going to be a blast. If you guys are in Europe or in the vicinity, come on out. And a lot of fun. So
Are you going to Florida, Avi? You're going to the Florida one as well?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to North America. I'm just going to Europe.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a hump.
Yeah, no, I would love to. I would go to Florida, then go to Toronto, then immediately get into Amsterdam. But shit, man.
Don't forget Vancouver.
Vancouver. I'm just about done with it. We've done enough of Vancouver. Yeah. Well, for now we're looking at different locations. We got all kinds of headquarters all over the world. And let's see what else we got. Yeah, August 10th in Amsterdam, and then yeah, those are the plans for now. Let's see. Can easily open one up in Dubai. That's easy. Can even send a message out right now, and 20 people will show up on Saturday. So, but we'll do Dubai when it's better, when the weather's better. It's just hot right now. So there you go, guys. You'll know what to do, where to go, and all that fun stuff. There you go. Tesla with that rejection working, but again, very difficult to manage, right? Zoom out, leave it alone. 5-minute chart, maybe. There you go. Looks easier on a 5-minute, right? Amazon as well, going down. What else? The SPY is just sitting around. Cool. Yeah, there you go. Miami, Florida. Thank you, Jackie. It's in Miami. Fun place to go to. So don't land up at Disney World or something, okay? Go to Miami. So funny. Every time I go to Florida, I land up in Orlando. Every time. There you go. Satch, you're going to Florida. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, yeah. And guys, Texas, right? Joseph, you're the boss there. Get Texas going. Put on the date. And it'll be September. I might come out for that one. that's when I can travel again after traveling to Europe next month.
What's the flight to Amsterdam for you? It's not long at all, is it?
It's like 7 hours or something.
Oh, is it that long? Really?
It's not a big deal. It's just it's a weekend trip. It's about 7. No big deal. It's really I call that a weekend trip because I go to North America. The shortest flights are 14 hours. I think that's to New York, the shortest one.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's when it's long haul, and that's when I gotta pep myself up to
that's
get on the
brutal.
airplane. Yeah. And then when there's connections, like we did plenty of trips. We did Vancouver a couple of times. We did Colombia. I did El Salvador. Those are about 25 to 30-hour journeys overall, door to door, because of layovers and connections and all that. There are no direct flights. So, man, those are the worst. Those are terrible.
I flew from California to Fiji, and I was stir crazy as hell by the last couple of hours, man. It's like 14, 15 hours.
Yeah, you really go crazy. You're doing, and the thing is, you can't even do a lot of reading because your energy is not really there. You're breathing that air. You're what do you call low air pressure and no humidity. Your energy is kind of low. Your focus is not really there. I can't even get much work done or read books. So you end up kind of trying to watch movies, and even those movies you can't watch like too intellectual movies. It's got to be mild entertainment. So you do go crazy a little bit, get tired and all that. Yeah, Shane, go ahead. You got a microphone, Shane?
Uh-oh, did some news just come out? I'm seeing a lot of reds.
What happened? Let's look at the spy.
That's a wedge. Some type of wedge.
Wedge? You got a wedge? What wedge? Where do you see a wedge?
You gonna give me a wedgie? No.
Oh my god.
Mark.
Entertainment.
I want to see what wedge he's talking about. We're gonna catch up on that later, Mark.
You guys, please take that offline.
Secret Society website.
Oh my god, yeah, we're gonna have to find a secret website and lock it up. Oh no. OnlyFans thing. Mark, start an OnlyFans for us. That'd be great. Yeah, Shane, you can hear you. Okay. Yeah.
Have you ever checked out these XR? What are they? X-Real glasses, the AR glasses.
Oh yeah. I've seen them in stores.
Yeah, for my Australia trip, I think I'm gonna get those. Hook them up to my phone. You get like just like a pair of Ray-Bans for anybody who doesn't know. Pair of Ray-Bans, but it'll give you like a 150-inch screen.
Yeah.
So you just hook it up to your phone or your computer, and you just have a gigantic screen. So if you're on a plane or something, you want to watch a movie and deep screen. Oh
yeah. Yeah, I have one of those. I thought you said AR. No, I have one exactly.
Yeah, they are AR. That's what they're called. Yeah.
That's what they're called. Okay. Yeah, mine's hook it up to the phone, and it's a blank. I don't even know what the hell you call it, blinder, and yeah, massive screen inside. You can just sit there and watch movies or whatever you want off of your phone. So yeah, pretty useful. I've had that for a couple of years. It's been useful.
I'm gonna post a link.
Yeah. Cool.
This NVIDIA trip killing me, man. This is.
Yeah, you still in that?
Make up my mind. Yeah.
No, you took that. You're in there, nice, but still rocking. Harsh, are you still in this too? You got the earlier drop. A lot of you guys got this. Somebody else was talking about this too. I forgot.
Holy crap, Shane. $700 for those glasses?
Yeah.
Well, those are the pros. They make cheaper ones. There's some that are like $300, and those are the ones I'm probably gonna get.
Shane, you say you're going to Australia? Is that what I heard? Or
Yeah.
when?
In the end of August into September, I'm going to New Zealand for a couple weeks, or like a week, and then I'm going to Australia for a week.
Man, I'm going in December, so.
Boo.
That's a little bit better than you, but.
That's awesome.
Where are you going in Australia?
my mother-in-law's going to see some family, and we're gonna go do that, and then yeah, Sydney.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get eaten by something while I'm there.
Oh, it'd be good. It'd be good.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be real tasty. You know what I mean? I got a little bit of lean muscle and fat. You know, perfect.
Yeah.
Put that boy on the barbecue, Dustin.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You're gonna have a good time. If you guys are traveling through Dubai, let me know. A lot of these connections go through Dubai, so let me know. Happy to meet up.
Maybe in February. I'll be going back to India. I'll stop by Dubai. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, good.
That's a good time to be here as well.
Yes, sir. It won't be fucking too hot then, right?
Yes, you can actually go outdoors. Actually, even step outside.
Yeah. I'm mostly out of my NVIDIA right here. I don't believe it, to be honest. Yeah.
What you have is that previous low of day right down here, and it broke through, and the retest of that could make it ready to go for another leg down. So anyways.
Yeah, it's the yesterday's high where it's bouncing out right now. I don't like the price action and the buyers jumping in randomly. And like, I don't like that. There's a lot of moving average 50 on 5 minute. There's 200 moving average. That's right here lining with the yesterday's high. So
okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I made my day. It's good.
Good. Time to walk away. Good. And Google's interesting. We can real quick look at this. Someone was mentioning Google here in the chat. Looking at just the 1 minute chart. Let's see if we can identify the opening range, top there and the bottom about, let's see, it bounced there a few times, so right about there, a couple of false breaks. Then you had the ORB, well, during the opening range, you have these lower highs. Makes you interested for a breakdown. Sure enough, that happened. Retest. Went to the next level down, which is just a measured move off of the opening range. Sure enough, lower highs during that consolidation, set up for the breakout, which has happened again. Might retest and then continue. So again, good looking price action. Not perfect, but pretty good. This is what you want to see. So really sit out 5 minutes and then you can identify the opening range. On Google, I think it would not have been too difficult if we were looking at it earlier. Would have been easy, I think, to identify that opening range, and then we just have price structure after that. Not much to do. Pretty good stuff. Yeah, Nasser, did you get into it? Google. Fun.
Hey, Avi, have you paid much attention to Tor's pivot levels in the past?
I have. I've looked at them. I've used them. But I couldn't trust them. I realized I just don't trust them. I don't know why they're there. There's a big calculation and all that. And then just to my eyes, they're just not respected in a way that I like to see it respected on the different time frames I look at. So I just left it. No big. I created my own levels. That's that. But nothing wrong with them. If you know how to trust them and use them, sure, use them. But you got to trust what you're using because you're going to put your money at risk against it, right? So you got to ask yourself that all the time. Do you really trust what's on your charts? If you don't trust it, you got to get rid of it and put something on that you do trust. That's really important. And there you go. NVIDIA, guys, looking like it's completed that retest of that low of day. And let's see if it breaks the new low of day. And you have all kinds of stuff below it. Yeah, the high of previous days. You got moving averages, all kinds of stuff. Generally, everything's going down. The SPY as well. Cool. Mark, you're saying you were about to take SPY puts with the 30-minute higher lows. Don't want to go against it. Oh, yeah. Looking at higher lows. Yeah, I see what you mean. Look, a 30-minute picture, even without these levels on, you just don't touch it. Just leave it alone. It's a disaster. And then go into the 1 minute, it's going up and down and up and down. I don't know. Just leave it alone. I'm just waiting for it to start behaving itself, then I'll trade again.
Oh, come on.
There you go. Things went up. You guys okay? Who's freaking out? Don't freak out.
Mark, for sure.
Man, you hear me? You'll know when I'm freaking out, man.
You're freaking out if you're in a trade. You're freaking out if you're not in a trade. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm just freaking out.
Hey,
really-
can you imagine, Avi, you said Mark on OnlyFans. Can you imagine Mark on OnlyFans? Oh my god, I gotta customer, I gotta
Oh, don't do it, don't do it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. Everybody imagine me naked right now. That was funny.
We're gonna have to define what consistent actually means because Mark is the most consistent person in this room.
Yep, that's something. Might not be trading. Might not be winning. Something.
Consistently freaking out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be very clear what consistency means. Showing up every day is one part.
Yeah, that was good. And I got to witness
Breathing air consistently.
What do you say? I lost you.
Awesome. Breathing air consistently, drinking water consistently. All the bare minimum.
Yes. Keep doing that. Don't forget to breathe. Very important.
And always more cowbell.
Cowbell, yes. Oh man, love it. Jackie asking, how did I draw the lines on Google? Google, what lines did I draw on Google? These are, yeah. So what I did here is I just did a measured move. Just identify the opening range. So there's the high, and there's the low. So this is by eyes. This is not any sort of automatic level. So high and low, and then the other lines are just at the same distance. And sure enough, the price has been respecting it. That's all it is. No, so you didn't get Google? Waiting for the reversal? Okay, well, you got a bit of a reversal, I think. Well, I wouldn't touch it, but you got something.
Look, I knew that bounce coming on.
Yeah, you called it, NVIDIA. You got the bounce, yeah. Here you go, Oklo. This is interesting. So Oklo, generally, big move up. And during this big consolidation, can't even call it a consolidation. But anyways, during this whole thing, it put in this hammer with room to the left. See the room right here? And then the new 1 minute high is the entry with the stop below the hammer. And you're waiting for it to break through and go. That little hammer would get me interested. As in these patterns, when I see it on a 30-minute chart, I'll take that. So, seeing that now, I haven't looked at this in about 30 minutes. Pretty cool. Club. Yeah, NVIDIA there. Cool. All good stuff. So, guys, another, 7 or 8 minutes or so. Let me know what's on your minds. I got nothing on my mind except the sunset. And then we're doing a webinar in about an hour and a half. So let me know what you want to discuss. I think we went through everything, right? All the announcements, meetups. And Dan, you got it sorted with the videos?
Well, we haven't talked about the exciting news of Pierre.
Oh, yes. He's not even here today.
Big announcement that came after hours.
Yes. That was yesterday. Thanks. I was telling you guys I got a phone call to take, and let's see if we can get this, get something good going in here, something new. And so that was Pierre. I went to talk to Pierre, and he's hanging out with us basically in our little mentorship group. So now you guys know he's here. He's got all kinds of insights. He's a very experienced trader and mentor, and most impressively is he's very, very calm when he's trading. He just doesn't get volatile just because the things on his screens get volatile. You know, he just sits there and waits, and if his setup comes, he takes it. If it doesn't, he doesn't take it. But with that incredibly calm attitude, he does the ORB stuff, which is really cool. I'm like, how do you stay calm and trade the fast stuff when it comes? So really interesting. So yeah, pay attention to him. He's got a lot to share. Reach out to him.
I used to save his trades when I used to be in BBT because it's so clean, very pretty.
Yeah. Very clean, very good trader, very patient. Again, your trading is what's on your charts, and you look at your screenshots and all. It's just a reflection of what goes on in your head. And so if you're seeing a clean chart, it's reflecting that you have a calm mind, and you're not jumping around all over the place and looking for distractions and all kinds of stuff. So he's got that. It's really great, and that's why he's so consistent, and nothing seems to phase the guy. So there you go, guys. He's brilliant. So reach out to him. He's in our Discord. You can private message him or tag him in our chat channels. All good stuff. And let's see, he'll come out and meet us in maybe in Florida. I'll ask him if he wants to come out to Florida because he lives in Colombia, so he could possibly pop in there. So there you go. News, fun. And it's a lot of fun to hang out with too. We were hanging out in Colombia for like 3 weeks. I think we were there. Yeah, really good fun.
We don't have that sound, but I would have done the clapping sound.
Ah, yes. We gotta find a way to get these apps in here. Yeah. I love it in Discord. We have all those funny sounds.
Yeah.
It's great.
No, more than 20 people, no sounds. No.
Yes. It could get noisy. Yes, you're right. You're right.
If you give the people the power, they will use it.
Yes. Mark, what are you saying? You're like Leonardo da Vinci with these new levels to pay attention to. Yeah. That guy could actually draw. I just draw horizontal lines, man. Da Vinci. It's pretty funny. What do you got here? Vinay, why did you choose low of the second candle and not the third candle on Google's opening range? All right, let's look at Google again. Why did I use this low? Oh, and not down here? Because the level here, you can see it's been bumped into more often, more touches, and so it's more reliable. That's all. So then you treat the others as false breakouts. If you put the level further down, then all right, it's there, but this is more convincing because it keeps bouncing off there. It's telling you the buyers were sitting there, not really down there. That was a false breakout. But here it's happening consistently, right? So that's why I put the level there. Over here, you only really have one, so there's nothing else to work with. So that's how I do it. That's how I like to do it. Satch, what are you saying? You have create a meetup channel on Discord? Yeah, Satch, there is a meetup channel in Discord. It's one of our chat channels or text channels. So go in there and you'll see there's conversations ongoing about different meetups. So we have 3 scheduled and 1 being planned for September in Texas. And all these conversations are ongoing. So for Florida, get in touch with Jackie. For Toronto, get in touch with Suminda. For Amsterdam, get in touch with me. For Texas, get in touch with Joseph. There you go. Cool. Get on out. Yeah, ask Pierre to come to Toronto. He might come. He might come. He's from Montreal. French Canadian. The Jim Cramer sound effect, Raju. Yeah, it could get messy in here, especially at the open. A lot of people in here and start playing with sounds, and we're trading the open. It's fast. It's a good thing we don't have it. Let's keep it clean, keep it simple. There you go. Check the browse channels. Thanks, Shane. Yeah, Jackie, invite Pierre to Miami. Reach out to him, will you? I'll message him when we're done here. But you can also message him and ask him if he wants to pop in. Passive income, yes, everything is shared. Everything in my Linktree link, the online folder where I keep all the videos are in there. Yes, there you go. Thank you, Saminda. That's the link. And just use that and go to the free materials section in there, and everything's there. Every webinar I've done, I've just finished looking at the previous older webinars from 2 or 3 years ago. So I'll get those uploaded within the next couple of days. Other than that, everything's already there. What do you got?
Do you take swing trades at all?
It's been a long time. A long time since I've done that. I haven't needed to. Probably 2 years, I think. I don't know. It's been a long time. Maybe that's something to do this summer since I can't get a trade here. But I know honestly, again, we were talking about this yesterday. It doesn't interest me because it's just not capital efficient, which bugs me. I'd rather just leave it. Can't really do the options things that I do here in day trading, so I'd rather just stick to this.
So when you were swinging, were you using options or equity?
I've done both. And then I did move into options. Equity is just a waste of time. And but even then, putting spreads on options was really the only way to do it. Which again, you need. There's a lot of margin requirement, so you need to tie up a lot of cash to do it. So again, capital efficiency, it's just not there. It's just really not there. And if you're swing trading, then you got to leave it there maybe a few weeks. And so all that cash is tied up. There's other things I can do with it. I'd rather put into the day trading account and make 20% per day. Makes more sense to me. Nothing wrong with it though, swing trading. And when I have cash I'm not going to need, then I put it into investments and I put it down into my kids' future and all that stuff. What do you got here, Mark? Best hotel in Amsterdam was Sofitel. Is it? Really? Okay, cool. Thanks. I haven't booked my hotel yet. I should probably do that. Well, look at that. Thanks. Cool. All right, guys. Anything else on your minds? It is 10:30, just about. Time to shut down the opening session. And don't forget, 12 noon. I will put out a link. I'll put out the link now, but we'll start at noon to start Dustin's webinar. So be there for that. I'll put out the link now. You guys can use it, hang out, whatever you need to do. But at noon, we'll be starting the webinar. Make sure you're there. You're going to want to hear the story. It's a good one. All right.
It's gonna be good.
Yes. All right.